Yeah.
And if we can create more organizations where we can align the values and the behaviors of the employees, it's a better place to work for the people. It's also great for profits. So it's good for the two P's, for people first and then profits.
Yeah. And it's funny, again, as you were talking, since we've just been using the example of Southwest Airlines and Chick-fil-A, it's not uncommon, particularly social media today, that lots of small little moments, interactions with companies go viral. Right? I saw one last week. I think it was last week, maybe a few weeks ago, Southwest Airlines, and it was playing off this idea of having fun. And as customers were filing onto a plane, one of the flight attendants was in one of the luggage racks.
Yes. And that's really...
And you saw a picture of her. She's like waving, and they're walking by. She's in the luggage rack.
Right.
And that's part of that fun. And then you also hear a lot of stories about Chick-fil-A when there's hurricanes or there's other natural disasters. They're helping out. There was a the hurricane. I think this was in Houston a couple of years ago, and one of the regulars at Chick-fil-A calls local Chick-fil-A and said, his house was flooded. He said, I'd like to order, a biscuit, a Chick-fil-A biscuit, and hash browns and a boat. And it just so happened that the assistant manager had a boat.
Oh.
And so they got a boat, and they went over and they got him and his wife, and also delivered his breakfast.
Oh, how cool.
And got him out of the house.
Yeah.
But then you also see stories of their competitors, and they're typically not the same kind of positive, happy stories.
Right.
I mean, how many times have we seen, people being yanked off planes?
Right.
And it wasn't Southwest planes that they were being yanked off of.
Right.
And dragged down the aisle. Right. Not good.
Not good.
So it's interesting. It's just as we're talking that we've all experienced seeing these moments play out.
Right.
And if you build that culture and that infrastructure, we end up with all these great touching moments.
Right.
Versus the wrong kind of touching moments.
Right.
Well, you don't want those.
What I coined the phrase as I was running one morning. I'm not a big runner, even though I should be. It's good for the waistline. I was out running / walking one morning, and I thought culture driven, and so I've developed a culture driven framework, and I'm starting to write books. The first one's on culture driven selling, and so it's 3 values and some behaviors around selling, because often we spend so much time on the process models which are great. We often don't spend time on the values and the behaviors that are going to drive those processes that then are going to drive the strategies.
Yeah.
So I always say start with culture, be culture driven. That's the leadership value, is being culture driven, and then work your way this way. We tend to work our way from strategy to structure and then to culture.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point. I really want to dig into that. We're actually close on time here, so we're going to have to hold that for another show.
That would be wonderful. I've really enjoyed this.
So, John, every guest that comes on the show, I ask him this question. What's one life hack you have for us to help us live a life more free from dysfunction, whether it's personal or professional?
If you're working at a company and you've got management that's causing the dysfunction, get them trained. Get the training you need to be a good manager, get the training you need to be a good coach, or get the training you need to be a good leader. Get the soft skills training, because the technical training is abundant. I have an MBA, and I took one class on management. So, the people skills part of my MBA was one class, and everything else was technical, accounting, statistics, and everything. So get them trained. Second, focus on culture. And third, if you have mental illness, run away.
Yeah.
And if you're affected by mental illness, either try to get them help or run away.
Yeah, so you're talking about that, like even in family dynamics, right?
Dynamics,
if there's mental illness, you definitely need to either seek help for yourself, but it can also be challenging relationships to maintain.
It is. So if you have mental illness, get help right away, and get professional help right away. If you have to take medicine, take it right away. Because not only is it affecting you, it's affecting everybody around you and the people that you love the most. So love yourself and get help. The second thing is, if you're around people that won't get help, run away.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be able to help them unless they're willing to help themselves. And I'm saying run away as long as you've exhausted the trying to help them.
Yeah.
scenario.
But
part.
you make a good point that there's only so much we can do to change other people or help them change. Right.
They have to change themselves.
They have to change themselves.
Right. We have to start with. We can't change others. We can only change ourselves.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
John, this was great, amazing, wonderful. I love that. I love this topic, and I love just your energy. So before we officially wrap up, if people want to learn more about you or follow you, where can they go?
So you can go to www.c3culture.com. So www.c3culture.com. You can also reach me at Waid, WAID, at corporatecultureconsulting.com.